Okay, y'all. I thought I'd hit this authentication topic one more time, because I think this is exactly where the idea came from, about authenticating your birth certificates or certificate of live birth. This is where I was just reading this book. It's actually a pretty interesting read. It's a good book, The 0% by Duval Day. It's a pretty good book. So it's actually where I got the idea to look this up, because I saw this years ago, back when I was pretty much an amateur with studying and stuff. But I didn't know where the code was at, so I didn't find it. I didn't know where it was. So this is it. 28 USC chapter 15 under evidence documentary. Okay, and if you scroll down here. Let's see, here we go. Not handwriting. It's up there, this part right here. Hold up. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. This part right here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right there, 1733. Government records and papers. Copies. They say books or records of account or minutes of proceedings of any department or agency of the United States shall be admissible to prove the act, transaction, or occurrence as a memorandum of which the same were made or kept. Now B right here, I think this is where it came from right here. Properly authenticated copies or transcripts of any books, records, papers, or documents of any department or agency of the United States shall be admitted in evidence equally with the originals thereof. And C, might as well read C, but B is what we're looking for. But I'll go ahead and read C. This section does not apply to cases, actions, and proceedings to which the federal rules of evidence apply. So this may be where this is actually where it came from, but I don't know if that's really what they were talking about when they said that. I think it was really kind of getting really like misinterpreted, possibly. See, because I've authenticated many birth certificates, mine and my son's over the years, and I've tried to use those things. Never actually submitted them into a court case. I actually try to, record them in the county recorder's office and stuff like that to prove a record, and I could never get any movement. Maybe it's because of me being an amateur and not really knowing what the fuck I was doing anyway, or it could have been the fact that I never had a trust put in place until last year. So I wasn't operating as the trustee of my own trust. I never created a trust until last year. So you could do it. You can, if you want to like authenticate a birth certificate, that's totally up to you. If you choose not to, that's totally up to you. I won't let you study this and let your conscience be your guide. If you choose to authenticate, that's totally up to you. But it's already authenticated, because you can actually enter a birth certificate, a certificate of live birth, into a court case as evidence anyway, without it going to the state and federal level, and be used as evidence because it's already authenticated. It is already authenticated. So this could be really interpreted as like this here. If you want to go get, say a copy of a record that's in the county recorder's office. You want to prove that you're the owner of some land or a house or whatever. Let's just use a house as an example. And it's in your name. You're straw man, but we're gonna say your name, okay? And you're having a dispute with someone else claiming that they own the house or whatever. And you got a deed recorded into the county recorder's office in their records. It's in the records. So you can go there and get a copy of that. And you can get a copy of that and get it authenticated at the county recorder's office. Meaning you can also get it certified. That's also, remember I read to y'all the definition of the word authenticate. It means to sign prove the genuineness of something. Let me go back to that real quick. Hold on a second. Okay, I chose to use uslegal.com for this, and I'll go back to the Cornell Law and read that too. So they're going to say the same thing, but I'm going to read this anyway. Authentication is a testimony by a proper party, that be the county clerk's office. Just that, you know, for our sake, the example I talk about with the dispute, but with the deed on the house. Okay, so keep that in mind. By the proper party, that the document is what it is purported to be, and that the party attesting to it is qualified to do so. Some of the requirements of authentication may include signed before a notary public. You already know that's where notaries actually get commissioned. They're notaries as well. And the county clerks that are, you know, the clerks, not just the county clerk, but the clerks that work there in the office. They are authorized to authenticate a record from their records. Okay. Certified by a county clerk, a clerk of court of the county in which the document is commissioned. See, here we go. Certified by the Secretary of State of the state in which the document is executed, and all seals and signatures must be originals. See, the U.S. Constitution, Article 4, subsection 1 states full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state. And Congress may by general laws prescribe the manner in which such acts, records, and proceedings shall be proved and the effect thereof. Okay, so that's the definition of authentication. So here we go with authentication. Now let's go back. Okay, here we go. Now back and let's read B again. Properly authenticated. Say properly authenticated copies, see, or transcripts of any books, records, papers, or documents of any department or agency of the United States shall be admitted in evidence equally with the originals thereof. So when you get a copy of something out of the county recorder's office, you get them to certify it, it becomes equivalent to the one that they actually, you know, it will be accepted as the original that was signed, that was actually recorded. So when you take your deed, say if you got a deed and you want to get it recorded in the county recorder's office, once they make a copy of it and they put it in their system, it's in their records, they send you your original back in the mail. And that's for you to hold on to. So even if your house burns down or something, like you have some type of, you know, some type of destruction takes place at your place of residence where you live at, you can, and you need those records that got destroyed, you can always go back and get a certified copy of that recording, and it will be accepted as equal to the original that got destroyed. So this is what this is talking about. So it don't necessarily mean you have to get your birth certificate and go get it done on the Secretary of State level. If you want to do that, you can do that. Like I said, it's totally up to you. But you know, I'm not going to be telling people, look, go authenticate your birth certificate. But at the same time, you choose to do so, go ahead. You know, it's not like it's going to hurt you to do it. But, you know, me, myself, I've done it so many times, and, you know, it's easy to do. It's a waiting game, but at the same time, you don't really have to do it. You know, I don't see why you think you have to do it. Because once you get a certified copy of one, you know, it's a wrap. You know, it is already authenticated. You know, it's already authenticated. It was issued to you by a governing party. And just like if you if you go to the driver's license bureau, you can't use a copy of a birth certificate that you printed out of your computer and take it to DMV and try to get your driver's license with it. You can't do it. You have to go get one that they issue you, that the governing authorities actually issue you, because that is a certified copy. It's given to you certified. If you go to what they call vitalcheck.com and you order one offline, it's mailed to you certified. It's not going to send you a computer printout copy of a birth certificate, because that's not certified. It's not authenticated. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me pause and see what certified says in the law dictionaries. Let's just go with that together. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Good old Cornell law. Okay, the certified copy. Okay. Certified copy is a duplicate of a primary document that is endorsed by a governmental or independent agency to guarantee its authenticity. See what I'm talking about? And that's the word authenticate. It comes from the root word authentic. Okay. If a primary document is not legitimate, however, the certified copy cannot be used to guarantee if it's genuine. Certified copies may be required in many different circumstances, from governmental or to commercial. It avoids the potential of the true document. So hold up. It avoids the potential of the true document from being damaged or stolen. Okay. Contrary to a notary public, a certified copy is not notarized. Okay. See, a certified copy is not notarized. Say a certified copy is also cheaper than a certified copy is also cheaper than obtaining a notarized document. A certified copy, for example, is used to represent. Hold on, I got distracted real quick. A certified copy. I'm trying to make sure I'm right here. My phone right here. It's acting crazy, y'all. A certified copy, for example, is used to present death certificates to banks in order to obtain the deceased person's funds. Okay, I was reading on some different stuff then. Okay, my phone guys started doing some crazy shit, but y'all see exactly what I'm talking about right here. So that's the same thing I was talking about when I was speaking about the a certified copy. You go get a copy from the county recorder's office. I want to show y'all an example of how they certify a document when you get something from the county recorder's office. I'm using these as examples when we're talking about authenticating something, because I can easily, pull something up on the internet from like say, I want to go and get a copy of something that I found. Because if you go to the government offices, they actually have situations where you can actually go in there, get on their computers, look up a court case, and you want to get a copy of something that was in there, or anything you want to pull up. It could be a deed, or it don't have to be a court case. It could be anything that's in their records. And if you print it out on their computer system, and you take it up to them and want them to certify it, they're not going to do it. What they're going to do is go in there themselves, type in there, say if it's a court case and it's a copy of something that you want to certify. You want them to certify. They don't mind you getting copies of your own, so for you to take home with you. When you pay on their little computer or whatever. But if you want them to certify, they're gonna print it out of the system, because they have to do it themselves, not take something you hand them and ask them to certify it, because they don't know what you probably swapped out, doctored up some kind of way, and and then you want them to certify something that they didn't actually print out of the computer themselves. So if it's something, say for example, out of a court case, you want to get a certified copy of something that was filed into that court case, then they'll type in that court case number. They'll take your copy, go into that court case by typing in that case number on that document, hand it back to you, and they'll find that same document that you got printed. They'll print it out in their computer, and then they'll put their stamp and seal, and they'll sign off on it, confirming that this is a true and correct copy of the original. And I'm gonna show you what that stamp looks like. Hold on a second. You see this right here? This is a certified stamp right here. This is a copy of something that they let the woman took out of one of my court cases that was filed into a court case. That's the stamp right there. But she printed out herself. What she did was certified it for me. That's her actual stamp right here. She put a seal on it, and that's the stamp right there. She signed off on it. It says, I do certify that the within and foregoing is a true and correct copy of the documents that appears by the original on file and record in the office of the County Clerk of Superior Court. See, and that she can put the date on there and everything. Okay. Now this would be deemed equivalent to the original, simply because an officer actually certified it. That's what makes this authentic. It's authenticated. Okay, that's a form of authentication. So now you understand what it means to certify something. That's proving its authenticity. Sorry about that. So that's what authentication is about. They're signing off on something, confirming that this is actually a true and correct copy of a government record. Okay, that's what that is. Now we can go back to that other code, which is 28 USC chapters 115. Chapter 115 and subsection 1732. Nope, I'm wrong. Not 1732. It is, yeah, 1733 right there. So you go there, you should be able to find this. Okay. What's the name of this website? uscode.house.gov. So you know this is a government website. Okay. So you should be able to find this. In a Google search, simple Google search, and it's uscode.house.gov. That's where this is at. That's where I found this. So there may be other sites that may have this as well, but you got the code right there. Go study it for yourself. If you choose to want to continue authenticating document, your birth certificate, if you want to, that's totally up to you. But me myself, I don't think it's necessary, and I will not be doing it. So I thought I'd go ahead and just share that with y'all. So it's totally up to you. You do what you got to do, what you want to do with it. A lot of y'all like to shortcut stuff anyway, so it might be good news to some of you. But a certificate of live birth is already an authenticated document. So it's not something that you print out of your computer. It's not something you can print a certified copy yourself. It has a seal and everything on there. Matter of fact, let me go show you. Let me go pull out my birth certificate, my certificate of live birth. Hold on a second. See right here, as you can see, this is my certificate of live birth. You see the straw man name on there. Okay, it has my mom's name. My mom was the first to sign it. Okay, she was married to my father when I was born. Okay, there's a physician, they signed it. Okay, there's the registrar, they signed it. These are all government agents. Okay. Even got this here signature here. Of course, it looks like a stamp signature, but it's still county registrar. They have these, these seals or whatever. They have these stamps or whatever on them. They got them on there. It's already authenticated, But see, of course, I've authenticated these things before. I've done these things so many times over the years, and this is what they look like when they're fully authenticated on the federal level. But they're actually for travel purposes when you're doing this here. When you go out, if I want to leave America and go somewhere to another county, another country, that's what this is for. Okay, that's what that's for. It's not for, it's not for what we try to make it out to be. It's not, and then when you ask a lot of people that are teaching you to do this, they're not really. They say it shows that you're alive and all this other stuff. I'm like, that has nothing to do with being alive. It has nothing to do with proving nothing. Not that. It proves the authenticity of the document. That's what that's for. And so you have another government agency, the Department of State, saying that this is an authentic document, so you can't fool nobody in another country with a fake document, because you got to prove they got their stamp and their seal confirming that this is a real, this is authentic. Just like if you look at the original, the yellow page at the top of it, when it's fully authenticated on the federal level, there's a seal on there as well. So it's just confirming. So if you go into another country, they will not think that this is a fake document, because even the seal of the, the Department of State has said they plant their seal on there as well. So we know this is a real document. It's for travel purposes outside of the country. So, but anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and share this. And so you can do with this information whatever you want to do with it, but I thought I'd show you where that code came from. I mean, what code people were using to support authenticating the birth certificate. But do with it what you want to do with it. I thought I'd share the information. Okay. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all at the next video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you do that so the video, YouTube will, scatter my videos. It'll help share my videos. That when they has something to do with the algorithm. So help me out, y'all. See y'all in the next video. Emerald signing out.